So today we learn about simple to do backend using HTTP, not protocol, by HTTP. In HTTP module in Node.js. Today we learn HT we learn how to make HTTP server not by using Express but but by using HTTP module in Node.js. We know Express is a external dependency, which means it is not bundled with the Node.js package, but the HTTP which comes with the Node.js. So we can make this make our to-do app by using HTTP, not by using Express. Okay, let's start. So this is the complete structure of our app, our backend. First we need to create to-dos, get all the to-dos, get to-do by ID and delete to-do. This is the endpoint that we have to build eventually. Create to-do. Create to-do endpoint is this, and it is post request. Get all the to-dos. Get all the to-dos that we have created. The endpoint is /todos and the method is get. Get to-do by ID. Get only one to-do by using their what? ID. The endpoint is /todo and the method is get. Similarly, delete to-do by ID. The endpoint is the route is to-do and the method is delete, obviously. So let's start. Let's start by creating file index.js. First we have to import HTTP from HTTP. I have said we are using HTTP, not using Express. Express is not used now. Okay, so this is called as internal dependency. It comes along with the Node.js when we install in our local machine. Const port is equals to, as usual, 3000 port, and we need host name. In this host name we are put our local machine IP 127.0.1. Is that correct? Okay, then we need to create server. Remember, in Express we can create a server like this: app dot get slash request response. app dot lst listen port 3000, but we don't want this. This syntax is invalid when we use http built-in module. Okay, so now we have to create the server. http dot create server. http gives us create server function. Here we get request object, also response object, and here all our code lies here. Okay, then we need to start the server, like listening we can do here. We just doing here by calling this listen port. It asks me the port hostname which is this, and this is function for our understanding. Console.log the server is list and listening on port. Okay, which is 3000. So this is our final boilerplate code, we can see. Okay, so restart. We created the server, we listen the server. We need something before we write the code. We need method from where request object. Then to make Todo app, so of course we need Todos array, which is an empty array. Also we need Todo id to label the id for our Todo. Then we need full URL. We need just a second for me to write the code. Request dot URL. Okay, and then http colon slash slash http colon slash slash request dot headers dot host. Request dot headers dot host gives us domain name, basically. I mean full URL that we have encountered in the browser, and const id equals to full URL dot search params dot get what we get id. You may think why this is very important. What is the significance of these two lines of code? We will get to eventually. Uh, for now, we make we make routes. In this, we use approach if else we use if else approach. First we make else wala code. If if don't have to else, invalid path. Request dot request not request response dot right head 404 and response dot end. How we end the request? JSON dot stringify error error is invalid path. First I write the code, then I explain. If full URL dot path name is equal to what? Slash create slash to do slash CREA create slash to do and method is equal to post. Then we do something else. Any other path the status code is 404 and it should be invalid. Just test it. Response dot right head 200 and response dot end not JSON आ गया JSON dot stringify sorry message everything is okay. Just test it out first. Node index.js. Okay. Post request slash CREA create slash to do everything okay. So our HTTP server is running fine. I will explain one by one. In HTTP, not Express, in HTTP you can get full URL by this syntax and we need ID for get specific to do and delete to do by ID. For this purpose we need ID. We get ID of full URL dot search params dot get ID, just like we are getting ID by using Express like response dot query dot id, just like in Express, like this, but we get id like this in the HTTP. Okay, so so if full URL dot path name, which is route, if the route is this and the method is this, status code should be 200 and the message should be everything is okay. Notice we need to add json.stringify here when we end the request, when we end our request. If we don't put this, if we don't put this, mm, if we don't put this, then server is crash. The error throws throws error at our face. Okay, and else any other path other than this, uh, status code is 404 and invalid. Just check it out. Let's say this is typo, invalid path, status 404 not found. Okay, so our we are going correctly by now. So we when we when we arrive this route, what we have to do, we have to create the to do. So to create the to do, there is some sort of complicated. First I write the code, then I will explain. Let body is equals to an empty array, because our inputs in the body is in the body from the client. Then request dot on, request dot on data chunk, we get data in the form of chunks. Then body dot push, what do we have to push? These chunks. Okay, when the request is on, and then request on another, when we have to end that chunks, when we have to end that chunks, we simply just need to write like this. What we have to write this, what do we have to write here? Raw body, raw body is equals to buffer dot concat. We have to concat our what, body, and body, and this we have to convert this to string, and also we have to pass the data parse parse data is equals to json dot parse. What we have to pass? Our raw body. Okay, now we get body here, we get our real body here. Okay, so const title and descript description from par parse data. Okay, we need to do like this. We can't simply end up. We can't simply go outside this. It is out of scope. So in this parse data, we get title and description. What after we get title and description, what do we have to do? We have to push this onto the where to the to-dos array. To-dos dot push to-dos dot push uh, id is what to-do id which comes from here. Id is to-do id. Okay, then title is title, description is description. Okay, then don't forget to increase the updater. Don't forget to increase the updater after creating the to do. The number should increase by 1, so the id will be updated. And response dot wr right head 200 is status code. 200 status code. And we can also add status message like content content type, which is application slash json. Content type application slash json. I think this is compulsory. I don't know. We can try this. Response dot end. Now end the request. Remember, we have to end the request when if we want to. What we have to say? If we want to. If you want to, okay, maybe this is correct. By the way, if the route, if the route is this and method is post, we simply create empty body because we can't just do like this. Response dot body in Express we just want, we can do like this, but here we need to get that data in the form of chunks and end that data and concat the data into the body. It converts into a string. This is the raw body. We have to pass that body into the JSON format, and then we get then we sort of what destructure title and description from the past data. And when we get title and description, we push that data into the to-dos array, which is an empty Then we increase the Todo ID, which is this, and um, the status code is set to 200, and the content type is application/JSON because we can send data in the form of JSON, title and description, and we can also send all the to-dos that are created until. So let's test it out. Fatafat. Hmm. Create to-do, title go to gym, description go to gym at 1 p.m. Send. I invalid but create, sorry, my fault. Create to do. Let's see. To do is created. Another to do. To do is created. ID and go to gym. Oh, correct. First endpoint is done. First endpoint is done. Then second endpoint. Second endpoint. Here. Else if else if if um our this is done. Let's see. This is done. This is done. Okay, this is done. This endpoint. We need to this. We have to go to this to this. Okay. If file path is route is to do's, which is that, and method is get, then what do we have to do? We have to just get all the to do's. So request dot write, sorry, request, not request, response dot, just a minute. Response dot write head 200, and we don't need to be like, I think we need that content type application slash JSON. Okay. Response dot end JSON dot stringify. What we have to send that when we have to send all the to dos that we have until now. Okay. Slash to dos get. Okay. Let's test that endpoint further. To do. First to do is created. 2, 3. Okay. Create is let's check get endpoint is working or not. Localhost con 3000 slash slash what is the route? Todos. Todos. Oh, it is working indeed. Okay, so this is also done. This endpoint is also done. Now we have to do this get todo by id. To get todo by id, to do that is get todo by id. Yeah, I know this is very complicated to look at, but this is what it is. If full path is, what do I say? Full path is to do to do with the post, not with get endpoint. Sorry, with get endpoint. Then what we have to do? What we have to supposed to do is that we need that id, because get one to do by id, so we need to find that id that where that user given to us. We already find it. Look at here, we already find it. We already guessed this id. We have to just use this here. Const to do is equals to do in the todos array, todos dot find. What we have to find? We have to find sorry, value dot id is equal to that id, this id. Okay, if it exists, if it exists, if it exists, no, if it is not, if it is not exist, then response dot right head 404 response dot end. You have to end the request early because it doesn't found listen dot stringify, listen dot stringify error to do not found. Correct. Okay, if it is found, if to do is found, then what we have to do is return that specific to do to the user. So response dot right head दोनशे response dot sorry end response dot end JSON dot stringify, JSON dot stringify what you have to do, what you have to send to do that to do we have to find that is deployed, that is sent over here. Okay, and let's test it out. Mm, create Todo is created, Todo is created, Todo is created. Okay, 3 Todo is created. Now I want this to do, this specific to do with id 2. What is the route? The route is to do. Okay, the route is to do. The method is get. By default browser method is get, and parameters is, what is the id parameter is, query parameter is id. id I want id 2. Okay, it works. Why not pretty print, but ठीक है, it works. id 3. Okay, id 4 is not exist, so I expect the error. Okay, to do not found, error to do not found, it works. So this is also done. This is also done. Last to do, we need last to do, delete to do by id. This is similar to this, we have to just delete the to do, but there is one nuance that we have to consider. Okay, let's start again. Else if uh, let's write, let's copy. If to do the path is what, where is path is to do, path is to do, method is delete, because we are tackling delete request, delete route, so the path is also delete, path should be delete. Okay, what happen when the request goes to the delete route? We need to find that id. We check that is there to do is exist of that id. Const to do is equals to do's, in the to do's array find what you have to find, you have to find that id is equal to id that the user provided when user provided in the query parameter. It checks, it iterates uh, over here and checks the id is equal to id is same id as here this client provided. If it match, then it gives that object. It means that to do is existed to delete. Okay, if to do is not exist, then this one start right head 404 and response dot and response dot and json dot stringify error to do not found to do not found, else if the to do is found, then what we have to do is that we have to do is to do's no we first have to delete deleted to do id. We have to get the deleted to do id, which is this to do id to do dot id minus 1 because in array index starts from 0. If we want to delete to do id, if we want to delete like if we want to delete to do with id 2, it by default deletes 3 because it indexing starts with 0 1 2, and it deletes this to do instead of this to do. That's why we are minus 1. Okay, so to dot splice, which where from the to do should be deleted. What is the index? Remember, this index is calculated from 0, not from 1. What is delete count? Delete count is 1. The to do is deleted. Then response dot right head 200 response dot end response dot end json dot stringify message to do deleted successfully. Okay. To do deleted successfully. Let's see if it works or not. First we need to create to do. For to do is created, then we first is done. First to do is created, then we need to delete. We have to delete the to do. Delete request. Suppose we want to delete this to do id3 with id3. Delete request. What is the route? Route is to do. Route is to do with delete request. Okay. Params is id 3. I mean 3. Okay, 3. Let's see. To do related successfully. We can get all the to dos. We can get all the to dos. It 1, 2, not 3 because 3 is deleted, and 4. Delete is also works. Get all the to dos is also work. Suppose I want specific ID is 4 and the route is only to do not to do's. We get it. Suppose route is ID is not exist, to do not found. Okay, code works fine. This is all the code. This is all the code. We got to wrap. Thank you for watching.